Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Elizabeth here. Today is June the 2nd. Is it June the 2nd? Let me check. Yes, June the 2nd. Let me check again. Nope, it's June the 3rd. Oh man, sorry. So today I wanted to talk about Jupiter changing signs. And that's going to happen June 9th. So Jupiter is moving from the intellectual, curious Gemini and moving into the nurturing and the emotional depths of Cancer. And he will be traveling through Cancer for the next 12 months, 13 months. This is going to occur on June the 9th. It will go through till, he will be there till June 30th, 2026. We do have one retrograde period that happens every year, and that's from November 11th. Jupiter will retrograde and stay retrograde, put a pause on the growth, and then March 10th, 2026, go direct forward again. But we can look at that later on, that's down the road. So I wanted to just go through I made some notes here on the different qualities of Jupiter and then the different qualities of Cancer. So when we look at Jupiter, we are looking at expansion. We're looking at growth, abundance and prosperity, wisdom, higher learning, optimism, faith, teaching, mentoring, philosophy, belief systems, generosity, benevolence, justice and ethics. We're also looking at international connections. It's, the out there. Jupiter's the biggest planet in our solar system. It's a huge gas giant. So it's also about adventure and exploration, good fortune and luck. So that's all the energy that's been moving for the last year through Gemini, wherever that was in your chart, whatever area of life. And now it's moving into Cancer. Cancer is nurturing. It is caregiving. It's home and family focus. We're looking at real emotional depth and sensitivity, intuition, psychic abilities, protection and security. It's the home of the mother, it's the maternal, it's your parental instincts. And when I say home of the mother, mother can show up in many different terms and many different ways. It's memory and nostalgia. It is empathy and compassion. It can also be moodiness and emotional cycles, much like the moon changes signs and the waters come in and out. It's very emotional. It's all about creating safe spaces for yourself and for those you love, that caregiving, nurturing type energy. So when we have Jupiter meeting Cancer, we're really going to get expanded in our nurturing. Excuse me, my throat. In our heightened intuition, it's going to be a greater emotional wisdom that can be coming through. It can be it can just feel like it's expanding on us, like for us. We can also have amplified family connections. We might be a period of time where we want to really create a stronger security around our family. We can feel that as well. The other thing that's really nice about this transit, Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, and this makes a really great time if you have been thinking about just really understanding your soul, why you're here, what you're here to learn and grow and expand. Like if it's calling to you, this is a great, really supportive transit for that. You could have real emotional healing happen here. You could have real strong intuitive guidance coming through. And so it could be a perfect place to start if that's been on your mind. I would also say that when it moves, sorry for the pause, I was just making sure I'd covered everything I wanted to say. You know, Jupiter moving into Cancer on June the 9th, the first month, like while it's in June, it's going to come up against a couple of squares, like kind of right off the hop. The first one will be on the 15th, and the second one I think is on the 18th, and there's another one near the end of the month. So once these squares, once that energy lessens, it'll be like kind of forward motion, and you can really start to see things start to grow. But I'll just go over the squares quickly. The first one's June 15th. Jupiter's going to form a square to Saturn. This can really feel like tension, you know, some limitation. But you know, whenever you're working with Saturn, Saturn's a teacher. So if you're feeling limited, this could be Saturn saying, slow your roll, you know, because Jupiter is so expansive. The shadow side of it can be, you know, exaggeration, overestimating something, overconfidence, overspending. Can be too much. So we're gonna have this square here that's gonna kind of feel like you're being limited maybe a bit, and then we're gonna have another square to Neptune, and again we have that same asset of you know, escapism, illusion, misplaced devotion, you know, with Neptune. So that square is just helping you to, you know, slow down a bit and look at the energy. Get yourself grounded so you don't get maybe duped, okay? And once those two loosen up, it's all systems go, which is, you know, really nice. So I think that Jupiter moving into Cancer is just, if the year ahead in that area, in that energy, is beautiful. One reason, because Cancer is a cardinal sign. So it's the goer. They initiate, right? Cardinals like to get things going and started. This year we've had so much new energy starting. So for the collective, it feels like we could all really tap into that emotional development, growing, looking to ourselves for intuitive guidance, opening up more emotionally to being receptive to other people, you know, not just for ourselves are we going to grow, but we take it out into the whole, right? So this week for me, I am choosing to really sit down and look through how Jupiter, where it's sitting. I know where it's sitting, but I want to put some real thought and effort into it and deciding some things without really knowing where it's going. And that's the whole point. It's allowing Jupiter to come in and teach me from that higher perspective, that beautiful, expansive hope of what is possible and what I can build. And when I stay open to that, who knows what will happen. You know, in a year's time, when I look back, it will be really interesting to see how that has played out in my life. And like any planet, no planet compels you to do anything, you're impelled by it. So however you want to grow and expand, Jupiter's going to support you on that. So if you're interested in really expanding, you know, please reach out. We can do a look at your chart, see what area of life it's affecting. If you have planets or points in the area Jupiter is transiting, that's going to activate them. That's even more energy. Whether you have planets or points in your chart where Jupiter is transiting, if you don't have any, it's still going to help you in that area of life. So working with the energy and working with the flow of it is just I think this transit's going to be beautiful, especially moving through Cancer and the emotion and the feeling and the nurturing and the connecting in to the higher. I think it's going to propel us all forward if we choose to embrace it. So that's what I have for now, and I hope that was helpful. Bye for now.